Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and today guys, we're going to be taking a look at two different decks that are basically one and the same. And it's going to be weird, you're probably like, well how the heck that didn't make any sense, delete your video, but no. Thing is we're going to be taking a look at a deck that kind of revolves around a Mega Evolution that is a colorless type, but each has their own kind of weaknesses and betterness, and I don't know which one is the better version of the two. And this is why I made this video. We're going to be putting both to the test and seeing which of the two decks is actually the better one. So the whole goal of this deck is just to use an anti-meta deck. So the deck mainly revolves around the Mega Audino, or the other Mega Pokemon we'll get into in a minute, but mainly Mega Audino. It's got the attack Magical Symphony, 3 for 110, play support, do 50 damage when your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's not a bad attacker, you know, it's a pretty bulky Pokemon, and it's nice. But we're going to be running some other Pokemon. The first thing we're going to be using is Vespiquen. You know, Vespiquen has the attack Crashing Bolt, which, you know, basically can counter Evoltal. So when we're playing against Evoltal, we have Crashing Bolt to aid us. And then, you know, we got Audino as this big attacker that, you know what, can carry the game. You know, 110 isn't the most amount of damage for 3 energies, but doing 50 damage to a bench Pokemon, it is pretty good. And that's kind of what this deck is going to mainly revolve around, is using Mega Audino, and then using stuff like Vespiquen. Now, we also have a Salamence in the deck, and I just like using Salamence because you have the attack Beastly Fang, and when you're playing against a deck that uses a lot of EX Pokemon, this is going to just tear through those decks. Like, it can work really well against those big decks that use EX Pokemon, and, you know, stuff like Mewtwo Y, Mega Rayquaza, all those decks, if they have a lot of EX Pokemon in play, Beastly Fang is going to wreck them. And it's a nice side attacker to have, you know, especially against those kind of decks. So basically we have the two, we got the Vespiquen for the Evoltals, and maybe other Pokemon weak to light, I don't know, but mainly Evoltal, and then we got the Salamence for, you know, just being that strong attacker with Beastly Fang to just shred through those EX decks. And then we have the Mega Audino here with Magical Symphony and stuff like that. Now, Mega Audino's got a lot of good things going for it. It's, you know, weak to fighting, which honestly, Zygarde isn't the most popular deck in the format, so the weakness is fine, but you know what, I was like, well, there's another flying type Pokemon that has a little bit more of an advantage in some ways over Audino, but at the same time it has more weaknesses. So we're actually going to be taking a look at the other version of this deck that I have, and then the other one we're going to be trying out in today's video. This one is going to revolve around Mega Pidgeot instead of Mega Audino. Now, Mega Pidgeot is another colorless Pokemon, big beefy colorless Mega Evolution, just like Mega Audino, but it's technically stronger. It does 3 for 130 instead of 3 for 110, and then 50 to a bench if you play a supporter. 3 for 130 is very powerful. Also, unlike Mega Audino, using the normal Pidgeot also can work really well with Mirror Move and even Featherlance to a degree. I mean, Featherlance can work with Mach Cyclone because you force them to switch, and then you can just Featherlance and just soften that Pokemon up even more, maybe knock him out in 2 Featherlances, but mainly, it's stronger. It does more damage, and it also has a resistance to fighting, unlike Audino, who's weak to fighting, so if you're playing against Zygarde, it's easier. Now, the problem with Pidgeot, the reason why I was like, well, maybe Audino's better, the thing with Audino is it's not weak to lightning. Now, the lightning weakness is actually kind of important, and when you're playing against a deck that revolves around lightning Pokemon, this deck is going to have a nightmare to beat that deck. Like, I don't know if you're even going to be able to win against a lightning-based deck like Raikou Electrode. I'm not saying Raikou Electrode is the most popular deck in the format, but it definitely is a deck that is very, very, very scary. Like, there's, like, no way you're going to be able to beat that deck with this type of a deck. Also, Vespiquen, people are running a lot of Vespiquens to counter Evoltal, so Pidgeot is weak to lightning, and Vespiquen absolutely wrecks Pidgeot. You know, Vespiquen, one Crashing Bolt takes down Pidgeot, just like it would take down a normal Evoltal. So you kind of see my problem here with the Pidgeot over the Audino. The Audino doesn't have a pretty bad weakness compared to Pidgeot, but Pidgeot does have more strength, it does more damage, and you also have the normal Pidgeot with Mirror Move and Featherlance to work with. And it's a tough decision of which one you want to go with, right? You know, do you want to go with the Audino? You know, it doesn't do as much damage, but it does spread damage, and it doesn't have to worry about that lightning weakness, which can be pretty big. Or you want to use Pidgeot, which has a nice normal version, which can abuse Mirror Move, Featherlance, and has a stronger attack, but is weak to lightning, but do you want to risk that? So there's many ways you could look at this. We're going to be trying out both of these kind of decks that use both Pidgeot and Audino. We're going to try them out. pardon me. Oh, sorry. We're gonna see how well the two decks do. Now, me personally, I would probably go with the Audino deck over the Pidgeot deck, just because, again, that lightning weakness is awful. Like, having a weakness to lightning is going to screw you over so badly. Just, again, if you're playing against Raikou Electrode, there's no way you're gonna win. And even against some Strike decks, you're still gonna struggle because one Zip Strike is Crashing Bolt will obliterate your Mega Pidgeot. Now, looking at other cards in these decks, so you got your Escape Ropes, your Mega Turbos, your Special Charges, your Super Rod, your Switch, Transmit, Ultra Ball via Seeker, all just normal stuff. Now, other things, we do have a Delinquent. Again, this is more of an anti-meta sort of deck, you know, there's different things in here that counter the meta in some way. Delinquent, it can be a very powerful card. Getting rid of a stadium can be huge, like maybe Silent Lab, or getting rid of like a Parallel City. Making them discard 3 cards from the hand is important, especially when they only have 3 cards or less in their hand, and they need that, well then rip them. 2 Lysanders, Lysander is really nice. 3 Eds, 4 Sycamores. Now, with Pidgeot, you can go with Shrine of Memories. Now, Shrine of Memories is good because it allows you to use Mirror Move instead of Mock Cyclone, or Featherlands instead of Mock Cyclone. Both are still pretty viable attacks. Like, you don't always have to use Mock Cyclone. Even though it does a lot of damage, Mirror Move and Featherlands may be the better bet sometimes. So we are going to be playing 2 Shrine of Memories. We got 2 Silent Labs. Silent Lab is a really good stadium card. A lot of people don't really run this now. It's more about Parallel City and Faded Town and stuff like that. But Silent Lab is really good. I mean, you're shutting down a lot of stuff. You're shutting down Hoopas, Shamans, Volcanians. All that stuff is shut down. That is very, very important. Against stuff like Volcanion, Silent Lab is going to save your butt. 1 Floatstone. Floatstone is just nice to have like a Shaman or a Hoopa. We got 3 Pidgeot Spirit Links for the Pidgeot, 4 DCEs, and then a total of 6 Fire Energies. We're playing 6 just for the Pidgeot and whatnot. It needs it, so we are going to be playing 6. You can always go with 5 because the Audino deck plays 5. I went with 6 instead. I don't know why, but you know what? I went with 6. Mainly because Mirror Move, only needs 1 energy, and sometimes you can use Mirror Move over Mock Cyclone. It's a weird thing, but whatever. We're still going to be playing 6 Fire Energies. So this is the Pidgeot version. So the Pidgeot version is good, but is it better than the Audino version? Now we're going to go back to the Audino version and kind of compare the trainers and supporters to that. So the Pidgeot version, you can use Shrine of Memories and stuff like that to your advantage. But with the Audino version, you have to rely on Shrine of Memories. I mean, Do the Wave honestly isn't the worst attack. But the problem is, you're probably never going to fill up your bench if they play a Skyfield down all the way. So Do the Wave won't really do as much. So honestly, the normal Audino is not as good compared to the normal Pidgeot, so I don't think we're going to need that. So we don't play Shrine of Memories in this deck. But with Audino, you don't need the Shrine of Memories. So you can use other disruptive stadiums like Parallel City, and maybe you can even throw in more Silent Labs if you really want to run them. Again, they're very good against a lot of matchups. You just play them down first turn, you can shut down Shamans, Hoopas, you can even shut down Volcanions and stuff like that. Now, with Audino, you can also use a lot more different supporter cards. Because again, Audino, pardon me, sorry, I'm sick right now, so you gotta mind my voice sounds a little weird. I am very sick right now, but I had to make a video. You know why? Because I can. But yeah, Audino can use a lot of other supporter cards. You don't have to just play your typical, things like with Pidgeot. You can use different supporter cards with Audino, because Audino wants you to play supporter cards to do more damage to a bench Pokemon, so you can play more supporters. Now, the only 2 we're running are Judge. Judge is interesting. I'm trying this out maybe as a Disruption Stadium. You can try out Delinquent too. I had Delinquent in this deck, but I never really used it. Judge is good. It can be draw support sometimes, and also it can just be really nice. We also run Pokemon Ranger. I mean, this is just better in the deck anyways, just to, Pokemon Ranger with Pokemon, stuff like that. Especially when you're playing against stuff like Giratina or Glaceon or Jolteon or stuff like that. But yeah, with Audino, you can use more supporters. These are the ones I went with. Don't know if it's any good. So yeah, most of the stuff is all the same. Like, you got the normal trainers. We do play an Enhanced Hammer. I don't think the Pidgeot deck played Enhanced Hammer though, did it? So we got Enhanced Hammer in the deck. It's a good discarding card. The thing with Pidgeot is you have more cards that you may need, like Shrine of Memories, stuff like that. But, you can always throw an Enhanced Hammer in the Pidgeot version. But we've got a Enhanced Hammer in here. That's why I like the Audino version more. You don't really have to rely on that lightning weakness, and it can be very good to not have to do that. And yeah, we got the same basic, items, all of this stuff was in the Pidgeot deck. We got the similar supporters, not all the same, you got the Judge, the Pokemon Ranger. Now, instead of Shrine of Memories, I went with Parallel City as 1 stadium. Parallel City is very good. Either way, it's very powerful. And we got one that. 2 Side Lab. Side Lab is just a really good stadium to have. You know, shutting off stuff like Volcanions. It's very, very good. 3 Audino Spirit Links for the Audino. We do play Floatstone. Floatstone is just nice to have on something, giving it for your treat. 4 DCEs, and we got 5 Fires. I went with 5 Fire over 6 Fire as opposed to Pidgeot deck. Now, I personally think the Audino deck is the better version. But you know what? This is what the video is all about. We're going to be comparing the 2 decks and seeing which one is better. So we're going to hop into some games with both decks. Start off with the Audino deck, and we're going to try them out, and we're going to see which of the 2 decks is truly the best of the 2. And then I'll probably have my thing decided by the end of the video. See you guys in the 2 games. Alright guys, here we go. Hopping in to the next game. Well, not the next game, so the first game. I'm going to be using my Pidgeot deck. And we're playing against a Volcanion deck, which is actually good. So we can try it out. A little out of breath because I was just talking. I tried to do a game, but I just played against a kid who played like a bunch of hammers. So I immediately rage quit because hammers make me so annoyed. And honestly, I just wish that Crushing Hammer, Enhanced Hammer would leave the game and just never be printed ever again. Because they make me want to just not play this game. They're so goddamn stupid. Anyways, enough complaining. We're gonna hop into this. If my opponent plays Crushing Hammer, I'm probably just not gonna play this game ever again. I'm probably just gonna delete it and remove it from my system and become a clickbait pro gamer J YouTuber. So, alright. Sadly, our hand is garbage, which is kind of annoying. So, I'm just gonna Ultra Ball away a few things. I guess we'll just get rid of Vespiquen and Fire Energy. Okay. And I'm going to grab Hoopa, and we can just get a few things down. We do have Side Lab in our hand, which is perfect. This is going to help us a lot against the Volcanions, because we can shut down Steam Ups. And we can grab Pidgeot. We'll grab Salamence also. Salamence is going to be really good, because my opponent has like 4 Volcanions in play. Beastly Fang is going to destroy, so I like the idea of Salamence. So we'll play him down. We'll play down Pidgeot. I'll just put a DC on Pidgeot. I don't think it matters. And we'll play the Shaman. I don't even know if I want to play Side Lab down anyways this turn. I just want to see if my opponent plays like a Scorched Earth down first. And yeah. Alright, so we didn't really get anything good off that. So I think I'll just pass. Honestly, I just let my opponent knock out Shaman. Might be the better route here. I don't know if it is, but we'll see. My opponent plays another Volcanion down, which is fine. Whew, we got our thing, man. I am out of breath from all that talking and even yelling because I was pretty annoyed at that Crushing Hammers. Because literally, it just kept me getting heads at the worst time. Like, I'm telling you, man. I don't want to ramble too much about Crushing Hammer, but it really just grinds my gears that Crushing Hammer is so dumb. So, I mean, hey, my opponent can play down as many Volcanion EXs as he wants. It's only going to fuel the fire for Salamence. No pun intended, basically. Now, we'll see if he knocks me out. I'm going to hold off on the Side Lab. Like, again, he could play, like, a Scorched Earth down. He actually ends me, which is, I guess, fine. I mean, our hand wasn't really that good anyways. So I guess I won't complain too hard. And look at that. We actually got a good hand off that. What do you know? We can actually do a lot with this hand next turn. We might be in a really good spot. I actually don't even mind if my opponent knocks me out, because I don't even know if I want to use the Escape Rope and make him just bring something up that's not going to be attacking. So I'm actually okay with him knocking out my Shaman if he can pull it off. But if not, our hand is beautiful. We have Mega Turbo, Pidgeot Spirit Link. Everything is golden. This hand is amazing. My opponent plays another EX. Go ahead. I'm just going to build up my Salamence on the bench and just Beastly Fang when the time comes. There's a Shaman. We're going to see his setup. Okay, so we'll see what my opponent is going to do. Again, he's going to need a few more Steam Ups to knock me out. There's a Floatstone, which is fine, I guess. I think he's steamed up already. I see an energy in his discard, so I'm assuming he's already done Steam Up. I guess we'll have to Escape Rope. I really don't want to, though. And I also really don't want to use Sky Return, so I'm actually praying that he knocks me out. It may be weird, but if he knocks me out, then I'm actually going to be happy. So let's see if he manages to. Power Heater, 50. Okay, no, so it's not going to knock me out. Alright, well, I could Escape Rope, but he'll just bring up Volcanion with a Floatstone. I don't really know if I want to do that, though. We do top deck Super Rod, which I kind of didn't really want to see, though, but hey, you know, what can you do? We'll Mega Evolve. We will play the Mega Turbo. I could just retreat the Shaman with the DCE, but again, I need to... like, if I Escape Rope, he's just going to bring out the Volcanion with that, and I don't know if I want to do that. But you know what? I want to knock this thing out, though. Alright, we'll go for the escape rope. What's it gonna kill me? You know, we could Sycamore, hope to get the switch, or the float stone, but hey, whatever. I know my opponent's gonna bring up the float stone Volcanion. Like, it'd be kind of stupid for him not to, but we'll see. Maybe he won't, maybe he just decides not to, but we'll see. No, he actually brings out the other Volcanion. Okay. Now, luckily with Mock Cyclone, we don't have to force our opponent to switch, so I'm just going to keep the Volcanion active, I guess. Because force him to switch would just mean he can retreat. He might not have a Float Stone. And there's Silent Lab. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. We can play down another Pidgeot. Try and set up another Mega Pidgeot. We'll play a Trainer's Mail. There's a switch, which we'll grab just in case. We'll play Trainer's Mail again. Hopefully we can find like a Pidgeot Spirit Link. Float Stone, I'll take that. We can put that onto our good old friend Hoopa, I guess? Or Salamence. I'm just going to put on Salamence. It may be weird, but Salamence is going to be a huge player in this matchup, I think. So let's go with a Mock Cyclone for 130. And yeah, we'll keep that thing in the active spot. Maybe we can knock it out. And that'll be really nice. And my man probably could have another Float Stone or a Switch, but even if he does, it's not a big deal. And I'm thinking this spot is actually good. I'm in a good position. I mean, Blitzel, kind of useless. I don't think Zipstrike is going to be needed this game. My opponent's Sycamores. I'm kind of surprised he didn't play down that third Volcanion, but he probably wants to make move for another Volcanion EX. Hopefully this Volcanion EX stays in the active spot. There is another Volcanion. That is 4 EXs in play, which means Beastly Fang is going to be decimating. And my opponent concedes. So you can kind of see why I like this deck. I mean, Silent Lab is really what's carrying this deck right now. So, I mean, that's one thing. And, yeah, I think I'm just going to find another game without ending the recording. Usually I'd end the recording, save it, and be like, alright guys, there's your corner of the game. But we're going to find another match with the deck instead of ending the recording. And, I mean, this deck is cool. I mean, you can see there, like, Salamence easily would have had him because all his Volcanions in play. Pidgeot was doing a lot of damage. The Silent Lab was in play, shutting down his Volcanic Heaps. And, yeah, I mean, you kind of just see how these decks work. So the Pidgeot deck, it's proven to be not too bad. It's proven to not be too bad. So we're playing as Ditto Kid 123. I think it's a Rainbow Road deck, which might be a bit of a weird game. I don't really know how to feel about Rainbow Road. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if it is Rainbow Road, though. Could be anything. But we'll find out, I guess. And we'll see what our hand is going to look like. We got another Shaman start, but hey, you know what? We got Hoopa in our hand, so you know what? That's fine. We have Floatstone, too, which we can play down. So, our hand is okay, you know, we got some things going, we got the end and everything, so at least we have a supporter. No, it looks like we're playing as Vespiquen from the looks of it, which is a matchup I don't know how to feel about. Silent Lab getting in play would be really good right now, so that we can completely just shut down his Klefkis and his Unknowns, which is going to be very useful. But, honestly, oh, he actually gets rid of Enhanced Hammer, which is kind of important. He plays the Force Plants. I'm glad he played that down right away, to be honest with you. There's a Sycamore, and he got rid of a Revitalizer, which is another big card to see get discarded, and a Lysander, which I guess isn't that big. He does get a Vespiquen in play, it doesn't really matter though. Zipstrika is going to be kind of useless this match, so if I can get a Blitzel in play, I might just have to bring up a Blitzel. Hey, look at that, what do you know, we got a Blitzel. So let's play a Floatstone onto our Shaman. I'm going to retreat into this Blitzel because I do not want this thing to, let's let him take one prize. Blitzel's kind of useless, or Zipstrika, sorry. So we'll play Hoopa. We'll get 2 Pidgeots, and Salamence is really useless right now. He probably won't have any EXs in place, so Salamence kind of useless, so we'll just rely on the Pidgeots. See, in matchups like this, where like there's a few Pokemon that aren't really that useful, you just go straight for the Salamence route. There's an Ultra Ball, I don't need it. I guess we'll play N. I'm really hoping to get Silent Lab in play, because I don't see my opponent playing any more than one thing. We do get a Shrine of Memories, which isn't really what I wanted. Okay, so let's play Trainer's Mail, and let's see what we can find. There's a Pidgeot Spirit Link, which I guess I'll take. I could have actually grabbed a thing instead, but anyways, we'll Shrine of Memories, get rid of that Force Giant Plants. We'll play the Pidgeot Spirit Link down, and we'll pass. I mean, next turn, we can knock out that Vespiquen possibly, so there's that. We can knock it out with Feather Lance, maybe. Save the Pidgeot, save the Mega Pidgeot for later, I don't know. Mega Pidgeot has a lot of HP, though, and it's going to be really hard for him to one-shot it, so there's that. The thing is Zipstrika could come and play. And this is where the matchup can get tricky, because Zipstrika completely destroys you, and that can be bad. So there's a Wonder Lock, which means we might actually have to do the Feather Lance after all. And it looks like he's going to put on the Vespiquen too. So I'm probably just going to have to play Featherlance and only do 80 because Wonderlock prevents all damage done to this thing. Yeah, by a Megas it looks like. Hold on. Does it do damage? Prevent any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks your opponent's Mega Evolution. Yeah. So we're going to have to settle with Featherlance, or we can just... never mind, doesn't matter, Yenmi. Okay, well, you know what, that's fine. I really want to get that Side Lab. Hey, look at that. We actually got another Pidgeot Spirit Link. There's the first farewell letter. My opponent does have a few things. He actually does play Jolteon, which, from the looks of it, could be interesting. Maybe he doesn't play Zebstrika then, because I don't think he'd play Zebstrika and Jolteon in the same deck. I personally would go with Zebstrika because it's not a Pokemon relying on an ability to make it work, and he does play Zebstrika, which is a little annoying, I'm not going to lie. This is a matchup that I don't really know how to feel about. See, this is why I like the Audino version a little better, because you don't have to deal with Zebstrika and have it be a bit of a pain in your butt. So that's why, personally, I actually plays a Shaman down, which is kind of nice, not gonna lie. There's an Ultra Ball, getting rid of Vaporeon, and another Blitzel, alright, that's fine. Okay, grabs Vespiquen, that's fine, doesn't matter. And we'll see what else he does. Just a Rototiller. He's probably gonna get back the Enhanced Hammer, and I would say the Enhanced Hammer and the Force Trap Plants. That's personally what I would get back. So I'm going to hold off on the Silent Lab then. I mean, he has a full bench anyways, so Unknown. And plus, he's already played down enough Unknowns and Klefkis that it doesn't matter. Yeah, he gets back Revitalizer, and he's going to Burrow me. And we lose a Pidgeot, which sucks. But you know what? It is what it is. So we'll play the Silent Lab down. We will end my opponent. And honestly, I think at this point, just keeping the Blitz on the active spot might be a little better. Okay, we can knock him out with Pidgeot, but I don't want to do Featherlands. Okay, we can put the DCE on. Let's see. Looking at the playing field right now, we see he doesn't have many Pokemon to discard, so I guess we'll take the easy knockout right now, I guess. It gets rid of a Bunnelby, which could be a problem, so let's go with Featherlance. And we'll do 20 to the Vespiquen just in case we want to do another Featherlance. I could have done 20 to the Blitzle instead. I don't know. Maybe a Combi to set up for a knockout. But it doesn't matter. We actually get a decent thing. Our hand is okay too. We got N, Sycamore, Mega Turbo. We could probably just play down the Mega Pidgeot. And yeah, things are okay right now. He's not really doing too much damage. He does have a fair amount of Pokemon in his discard pile though. But I don't think he can knock me out. Even if he does, we can easily just respond with a knockout with Mega Pidgeot, which is good. And then we get N him. I don't know if we play his team, I can't remember, but, oh, it looks like Sycamore. I thought he was going to play N, but I guess not. And there we see the Sycamore getting rid of Unknown, Lysander, and Garbodor. Pardon me. I need to see how many VS Seekers he's played. There's a Zebstrika, which I do not like seeing. So, this could be a problem. This is why I don't really like the Pidgeot deck. And I guess in this way, I am showing off why I don't really think the Pidgeot deck is as good as the Mega Audino version, because you can just see Zebstrika is such a huge hassle. And yeah, this is why I don't really like the Pidgeot version too much compared to the Zebstrika version. Be Revenge does one-shot me, which is incredibly annoying. Okay. But thankfully, our hand is actually kind of good. We can still knock him out. So we can put the DCE on, we can Mega Evolve and a Mega Pidgeot. We can Mega Turbo. We can put a Fire Energy onto the Pidgeot. We can N him. And we can N him to 4. And we can get it into 5. And there's a Delinquent maybe that could be useful. Ultra Ball. I guess we'll Ultra Ball away Delinquent and Fire Energy. I don't really think we're going to need that anymore. And at this point, I think we'll just grab Zebstrika. I mean, the Shaman is on the bench to be knocked out. So there's that. We can play the Zebstrika down. We just have to hope he doesn't have an energy here. He's not doing enough damage knocking me out. He's only doing 200. He's going to have to get 2 more Pokemon in his discard pile in order to actually knock me out. And yeah, this is kind of why I don't like the Pidgeot version. If we had the Audino version, we could have made some bigger plays. Like, we could have taken more knockouts with, like, the Audino's 50 damage. Like, we could have knocked out a Combi. We're doing 110. We don't have to worry about Zebstrika being on the field and kind of scaring us a little bit. So, I don't know. I really do think that the any Team Flare Guns me, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a Vespiquen deck. But okay. We are going to hit with Be Revenge. We do live, which is kind of important. Via Seeker. We don't really need to play it though, do we? We could N him. We'll Sycamore. We need to find a DCE. ASAP. A DCE would be great, and we're not going to get it, are we? No, of course not. We already played a Mega Turbo, so we can't really rely on that. That is really annoying. Okay, well, we can grab Ultra Ball. Okay, this is bad. This is why I don't like the Pidgeot version. I don't know why he plays that. Like, why the heck would he play Team Flare Gun in a Vespiquen deck? I will never know why he would have that in his deck. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Let's Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of Lysander and Ultra Ball. And we'll grab a Blitzel. I guess. We're going to have to sacrifice the thing and just hope he doesn't have a Lysander. We'll play Mega Turbo. And we'll put a Fire Energy on. We're going to have to sacrifice my boy Zebstrika right now. We can probably get another Zebstrika and play next turn. I mean, we have it in our hand. We have Sycamore. We need to get Special Charge back, too. I don't know why he plays Team Flare Gun. That is really dumb. But he actually plays End, which is a little alarming. He could have played... He could have just Lysandered and knocked out Pidgeot, which would have been a really big thing, but I guess not. We could still end him to 3. All will be forgiven. But this is bad. This is why I personally think, and he actually gets 2 more Pokemon back, which is fine by me. Doesn't really matter. It's doing less damage, which is kind of nice. So he can knock me out. We can bring up our Pidgeot, and we can just probably just Mock Cyclone with a Fire Energy. We don't need to put that DC down. And this is where things go down. I'm going to put the Pidgeot Spirit Link onto the thing. We'll play... you know, we could Delinquent instead. Instead of ending him, we could Delinquent him. He only has 3 cards in his hand. Delinquent wouldn't be bad. Hold on. If we could end him to 3, or we could Delinquent him. We know he's Special Charged. We got energies back, but we could instead Delinquent him. But he does have a few VS Seekers left. He probably has one in his hand. Ugh. Okay, I'll risk it. Why not? It doesn't matter. We'll Delinquent. We'll force him to discard 3 cards from his hand. I know he only has 4, but we'll do it anyways. And yeah, you guys can see why I don't like the Pidgeot version as much. I'm kind of glad I'm showing off why I think the Pidgeot version is a little rougher. Just dealing with Zebstrika can be bad. And yeah, so he gets rid of some things. It kind of worries me that he got rid of Sycamore. That means he probably has a VS Seeker in his hand. So we'll do that. And we'll take a prize. See what it is. Fire Energy. Not what we need. Okay, I mean, we can end him to 1, but like, even when we do Crashing Bolt, it's not going to matter. He brings up Zebstrika, probably meaning he has an energy in his hand. Special Charge. Oh, you know, if he had a Sycamore, we could have decked him out and won the game, which would have been nice. So he actually plays N. He's only drawn 3, though. He might not even get a DCE. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be pretty happy. Okay, we actually got a decent hand off that. And oh, of course he got it, dude. Why? Oh my god. This game. I don't think we can win. I don't think we can win. I mean, we got the Zebstrika, not bad. I like seeing you, buddy, but you're not helping. I think we lost. This is stupid. Honestly, it is. It's annoying, too. We could do this. Maybe we can play Super Rod, I guess. Get back some stuff we don't need, like Pidgeot. We can get back Mega Pidgeot, and we can get back a Fire Energy into our deck. I don't know. Get Escape Rope. But, you could just... Oh my god. Crashing Bolt. We probably lost. Like, this is why I don't like the Pidgeot version as much. I think the Audino version is better. In a matchup like this, where he plays low HP Pokemon, Audino would be really, really, really good to have. And I'm not even going to give my opponent the benefit of the win. I'm just going to concede. Yeah, screw you. You're not winning. But, yeah, you can see why I think that the Audino version is better. And speaking of the Audino version, we're going to hop into a few matches with the Audino deck. And, yeah, you can see why I don't think the Pidgeot version is as good. The Zebstrika really screwed us over there. And also, I mean, we're playing against a stupid matchup anyways. I hate playing against Vespiquen and stuff. It's one of the most annoying decks ever. But, anyways, we're going to hop into the Audino matches and see the Audino deck in action. So see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, now we're going to hop into some games with the Mega Audino version. And we're going to try it out, see how it works, and we'll go from there. And hopefully I can show off maybe why I think the Audino version is better. You saw in that last game, like the Pidgeot, you know, it just gets defeated by lightning too easily. But, oh, it looks like we see fighting on my opponent's field. But the thing is, he has metal, too, so I don't really know why he plays metal. I don't know any fighting decks play metal, so maybe he doesn't play, like, any fighting attackers. But if he does, I'm gonna cry. And we actually just lose a coin flip just to make things better. Guess we'll see, though. I don't know what metal fighting deck this could be. Okay, so we do get the Audino start. Not really the greatest hand, though. We start with the Audino, I guess, and we can just hope for the best, but our hand not looking too great. I mean, we can Ultra Ball, I guess. We'll see, though, what my opponent's going to be running. He has to be playing a fighting type attacker. I don't know what fighting type he's going to be playing. Talonflame. It looks like it's going to be Garchomp, then, is what he's running. Which, you know what? I don't know. He plays a Metal Energy on his Talonflame. Never mind. I don't know what this is. And he actually plays a Reverse Valley down. Okay. There's a Bird's Observation. He doesn't play N or anything. Interesting. And he does get Tails, which is also nice. Now... I don't know what he's playing. He actually red cards me again? Okay, well, there you go. We'll see what our hand is going to be. Alright, we actually got a good hand off that. So, Lysander top deck. Really didn't want that. I was hoping for like an energy. So I guess we'll play the Parallel City. We'll put the Audino Spirit Link on. We'll play down my boy Shaman. We'll set up for 4 cards, see what it is, and see if it's going to be anything good. Alright, we got DCE. Guess we could play that. And we will Ultra Ball, get rid of Lysander, and we'll get rid of Audino. Sucks I gotta do that, but, you know, it is what it is. And, you know what? I'm gonna grab Blitzel, because, you know what? He is weak to Lightning, so maybe we can use the Strike at some point to knock out Talonflame. And we'll just Drain Slap. I don't know, we'll do 20. I'll just grab Blitzel anyways, just in case. I mean, maybe I could have grabbed another Audino, maybe Salamence. I don't really think he plays any EXs. Hopefully we do not get Enhanced Hammered. I'm kind of fearing that he's going to play Enhanced Hammer. I just have a weird paranoia. Every time I play Special Energy down, I always feel like my opponent's just going to come out of nowhere with an Enhanced Hammer. So, hopefully we don't see one, which, you know what, if we don't, I'm going to be happy. We will win the game next turn if he doesn't find another Pokemon, which is nice. And there's an Acrobike. We'll see if he gets a Pokemon. I feel like this is like some Excadrill deck. Like, I don't really know. Like, I feel like it is, because he plays Metal Energy, so he might be playing, like, the Primal Clash Excadrill or something. Maybe Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix might actually be a possibility. He gets rid of a VS Seeker. Praying, I don't see. I feel like he's just going to play an Enhanced Hammer. We'll see maybe off this town map what he plays. Okay. Still really no sign of what he really plays. He does Air Blitz me for 40. He'll be able to grab 2 cards. If we don't find energy, we won't be able to win the game. But if we do, my boy Audino can win. And you kind of see these kind of Mega decks are really fast. Really don't show off anything truly important. But we'll see if we can actually find an energy off of this Sycamore or the top deck. Let's see. No, just another Sycamore. We play the Audino down. And it's all down to this Sycamore. Are we going to find energy, or is maybe my opponent's going to concede? Okay, we don't find energy, but we can Ultra Ball away the N and the Pokemon Ranger. And we can grab a Shaman off of that. And we can try... maybe I should have grabbed Hoopa instead. I feel like maybe I should have done that. Alright, whatever. We can play the Shaman down, set it for 2. See if we can find energy, and we do. Okay, good. We do get the energy, and we get Magical Symphony for the game. Quick game. Obviously, that wasn't the only game that we showing. You know, it does show off Audino nicely in a way. Not really, though. But we were able to win. I really don't know what my opponent was playing. We'll find another match, though, with the deck. 55 coins, the double wheel. I want to see what my opponent was running. Oh, it was Fight Alone Lucario. Interesting. So I'm kind of glad he didn't get any in play, I'm not going to lie. So we can go there, and we'll find another match with the deck since that game was super short. And we got 666 coins, clearly sponsored by Satan, since the 666 is Satan. So, looks like your boy Satan sponsored us. I'm just joking, he's not sponsoring us. But the 666 coins means we got to play Giratina deck next. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe I've been too many dragon decks, or decks with dragons in them. So my opponent plays a Psychic only deck. Maybe this is Mewtwo. I don't know what it's going to be. I guess we'll see. And my opponent has an Evoltol coin, which is weird because it's a Psychic deck. So maybe he's playing the new Psychic Evoltol that just came out. I'm just kidding. There is no Psychic Evoltol. Don't believe that. You know what? Hey guys, I'm gonna self-advertise myself on Reddit. Anyways, let's go win the coin flip, which is great, and hopefully we get that good hand going. No. Ugh. We have an Audino and Audino Spirit Link and an Energy, but no Audino, which sucks. But hey, maybe if we get an Ultra Ball top deck, it'll come in clutch. I don't know why my opponent's going to be playing, so I guess we'll find out what kind of Psychic deck this is. Mewtwo, so just as I feared. So we'll play the Silent Lab. I don't think it's needed. It's going to put an energy on just so we have Retreat. I got to lose an Audino and Audino Spirit Link, which really sucks, but we have to do it. And alright, Salamence, that's actually pretty good. We'll Ultra Ball, we'll get rid of the Pokemon Ranger and the Hoopa since we have Silent Lab in play. And we will get ourselves Audino, I guess. We could have grabbed Shaman. Actually, no, we have Silent Lab in play. Play the Audino down. I'll Trainer's Mail, see what we get right now. And we get an N, so we can do that. And you know what? Since it's a Mewtwo deck, I think... Okay, we already attached. Never mind. I was going to say, we could attach energy to Salamence, but we already attached for the turn. I forgot. So it looks like playing against Mewtwo deck, which is fine. You know, maybe if he plays Garbodor, that could be weird. He plays Shrine of Memories, which cancels the Silent Labo. He doesn't play any, like, Shamans or anything, so it doesn't matter. He might play Hoopa, though. But you know what? You want to play a bunch of EXs against the Salamence, be my guest. So let's see how the game goes. We see the Ultra Ball. He gets rid of Garbodor, Mega Turbo. He doesn't run any Shamans at all, so it's a pure Psychic deck, which is interesting. He's probably going to grab a Hoopa EX. Pardon me, I wouldn't surprise if he played it. He does grab a Hoopa, which is fine. It sucks he doesn't play Shaman, though, because it would have been an easy prize with Audino. Ends up Strika, but it is what it is. So we are going to see the Hoopa coming down. And you know what? You want to play a bunch of EXs down? Be my guest. I don't mind. Please just grab 3 Mewtwo's. Play all your Mewtwo's down so my boy Salamence can eat them up. And hey, look at that. He grabs all his Mewtwo's. Salamence is going to absolutely destroy him now. So glad he did that. Honestly, I think I might just Mega Evolve the Audino and just attach the Fire Energy unless like he ends me or something. Because if he doesn't, I might just attach the Salamence and just go from there. He plays a Floatstone on his Hoopa. I mean, Salamence's still wrecking him. I mean, look at this. We're doing 10. We're doing the 60. Never mind. We're one-shotting for sure now. Basically blowing through his deck. We'll see if he plays any supporters. No, just a Super Rod getting back the Garbodor, I think. That's in the Pokemon's discard pile. And yeah, probably going to see a Professor Sycamore, I'm guessing. Because, no, never mind. Okay. I think I'm just going to take this time to evolve into Salamence and just Mega Evolve the Audino. He didn't do anything, so I'm not going to bother playing the end when he only has 1 card in his hand. He doesn't play Shaman either, so go from there. I could have played Parallel City, but I feel like to hold off on the Parallel City for now. Shrine of Memories could be big, especially since damage exchange could be a problem, so we gotta watch out for that. But it's all good. He uses Mega Balls into Mewtwo and passes, alright. See what we get as a top deck, an Audino Spirit Link. I'm gonna hold off on playing that. Okay, I'm just gonna Reckless Charge. I don't feel like playing the end right now. There's no point, you know. Might as well Reckless Charge. I'm not going to be attacking with Strika anyways this matchup, it looks like, so it's fine. So I'm just going to Reckless Charge for nothing. And you know what? We just got to hope we get like a VS Seeker for Sycamore or something. Because I ain't ending him when he only has 1 card in his hand. He hits me with a Shatter Shot. So if we Reckless Charge him again, it's not going to work. So I think we got to go all in and try and knock him out. So we'll flip the switch. Give us the 3 bench. We don't want to give him the 3 bench because he'll just get rid of the Hoopa. We need him to have a bunch of EXs in play. We'll end him. We got to go all in. Hopefully we get the DCE, which we do. We can knock him out, which is awesome. And we can actually play down our second Audino. And we can retreat into the Salamence. And we can put the DCE on. And we can Beastly Fang. And that's why I love Salamence. You can just wreck these decks that play a bunch of EX Pokemon. And just like that, we are taking our first 2 prizes. We get a Switch and another DCE, which is pretty cool. If we get Mega Turbo, maybe we can attack with Audino next turn, which I wouldn't mind doing. The Salamence is basically just here to deal with the Mewtwo's when there's a bunch of them in play. So Mega Turbo wouldn't be a bad card to get. I did end him, so I gave him a new hand to work with, which is a little bad, but we had to do what we had to do to get this Mewtwo out of the way really quickly. So I had to do it, man. I had to do it. So he does bring up the Mewtwo. We see a Mewtwo Spirit Link going down. He still has 4 EXs in place, so I mean, Salamence is still destroying him. I think this thing has 210 HP, right? Yeah, 210. So we will one-shot him. Unless he like does Mega Turbo, I think he's knocking Salamence out. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do enough damage. We can Enhanced Hammer him, maybe. Probably gonna hold off on doing the Enhanced Hammer though, just because it is important. We see an Ultra Ball. He doesn't play Shaman though, so I gotta be grateful he doesn't have it. Hopefully he doesn't Mega Turbo. I think a Mega Turbo would allow him to knock out Salamence, which would really suck. But if not, we could just knock him out, and that would be really great. So let's see. Just grab the Trubbish. Alright, you know what? Doesn't matter. Shut off Shaman. You know, not really a big deal for me, because we aren't gonna need him anymore, I don't think. And I guess Psychic Affinity, Delinquent, alright. What did I end up discarding? Okay, you know what, we can play that Super Rod. So we'll get rid of Audino, we'll get rid of N for sure, we're not going to play that. And we'll get rid of Enhanced Hammer, I guess. I really wanted to hold off on that, but, I mean, we could just Super Rod anyway, so it's fine. And we can still knock him out, which is good. I think, yeah, we did 260, and then 60 minus... Wait, hold on. 60... Oh, wait, what are we doing? We're doing 200? Ugh, okay. Hold on, I gotta do the math. Oh, look at that top deck. So we can do this. We can play Super Rod. We can get back the 2 Audinos. I'm just gonna get back the Hoopa. I don't want to get back the Fire Energy. And I really feel like switch. I don't think we're knocking him out, are we? I mean, we did 260, and he had 4 EXs in place. So think about it. We're doing 70, or no, not 70. Sorry, 60, 120. 180. Wait, what? Hold on. I gotta do the math here. I'm stupid, but okay, we're doing the 10, then the 50, so we're doing 60, and then 110, and then 160. Okay, we're knocking him out, aren't we? Okay, yeah, we are. I'm just gonna go for it. Who cares? Even if we are, we could just Magical Symphony finish it off later. Hey, look at that. We did get the Mega Turbo after all. Play down Zebstrika while we're at it. We can play the Mega Turbo, put the Fire Energy onto the Audino, build that up. With Trainer's Mail, hopefully we can get... okay, I was hoping for Audino Spirit Link. We can grab that Ultra Ball, though. And I don't really know what to get rid of. I'm just gonna get rid of... Nah, I don't think I need to get rid of anything. Anyways, Basely Fang, hit him, and I think that knocks him out. I did the math right. Yes, okay. Whew. For some reason, I didn't think that was doing 210. I forgot. We're not doing 60 extra, we're doing 50 extra. So I gotta keep that in mind. And I think at this point, we're in a pretty dominant position. You gotta see why I like the Audino version a little more. You know, Audino's a pretty fun attacker. Salamence just wrecked his Mewtwo also. And this is why I like the Salamence. Salamence is such a fun card to use against these decks that play a bunch of EX Pokemon. Makes me kind of want to use an actual Salamence-based deck with, like, Mega Salamence and stuff. I might have to do that in the future, but Mega Salamences can be a little tough to get. Plus, I have to get another Salamence EX, which cost me, like, an arm and a leg to get in the first place. I don't even know. Brings up Hoopa. Unfortunately, our Salamence will go down if he finds an energy to attack me with. He only has 1 card in his hand, though, so he might not be able to find one. And at that point, I'm probably going to try and... I might even just retreat the Salamence. I really don't want him to get knocked out because it's going to be such a huge attacker here. Salamence is going to be doing so much damage to him. And also it'll be good to finish off the Hoopa. But no, he actually just concedes the game. Probably just realizing he's kind of in a rough spot. And we get 2 more tickets, which is annoying. I really would have hoped to have gotten some coins. But you know what? Tickets is what it is. And I guess I'll see you guys in a minute with another match with the Audino deck. And maybe I'll do another game of the Pidgeot deck. I don't know yet. We'll see you guys in just a sec. I'm going to end the recording here, and then I'll find a new one. So see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, we're doing another match with the Audino deck. Decided to go with my boy Audino. I don't know if I'll do another game of the Pidgeot deck, but maybe I will. We'll see. I don't know how long this video is at this point. I know the intro is pretty long for the deck explanation part of the thing. But we'll see. Playing against a deck that plays like Lightning, Psychic, and Metal. So I don't really know what to expect. But what I do know what to expect is a pretty awful hand. Well, it's not an awful hand, I guess, but Hoopa starts aren't really that fun. And you know what? I don't like discarding Audino early on, but you never know. But my opponent just starts with Lugia, so maybe he plays an all-EX deck. This probably is going to make me want to go for the Salamence now. You see a Parallel City going down, which is fine. We can always play Silent Lab. You see a Professor Sycamore getting rid of Metal Energy, Light Energy, and a Shaman EX. So I have no clue what else my opponent has up their sleeve. He grabs an N, which I kind of hope he would play, but it's all good. We got a lot of stuff in this deck, like Zebstrika, and oh, another Audino. Really? Alright, well, I mean, I could go for Shaman, but it is what it is. We'll grab a Blitzel, and we'll set up the Blitzel play, I guess. We'll Sycamore. We gotta lose 2 Audinos. You know what? We got Super Rod in the deck for a reason, and speak of the devil. So let's go with Trainer's Mail. See what we can get. We get a Silent Lab, which I'm going to grab for a sec. I could grab that Floatstone. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. We'll grab the Silent Lab. We'll grab another Trainer's Mail. See if I can get a Pokemon or something. No. Just a Lysander, which I guess I'll get out of the deck. Really was hoping for another Pokemon, though. We can put the Fire Energy on. We play the Silent Lab down. And we can pass. So I'll keep Silent Lab playing so he can't really Shaman. I'm going to hold off on playing that Super Rod just for a sec. You never know. He did grab an N off of the thing, so he could end me. So, oh, we see a Jolteon EX going down. So good thing we got Pokemon Ranger in the deck, which is going to be pretty good. But I don't really know what he plays Metal for. We see a DC going on Lugia. We see the N, so it looks like our Blitzel is safe. If we get a good hand off this, we could just Crashing Bolt and knock out the Lugia. So let's hope we can actually get that. So let's see. Alright, you know what? We got Escape Rope, which isn't really that good, though. But you know what? It is what it is. And we can go with what this hand's going to give me. It gives me a Shaman. We can get rid of that. We'll get rid of this and that. And I think we'll just grab Zebstrika. Hopefully we get another Blitzle in play, maybe. I don't know if he plays any more Lugias, so there's that. Put the Fire Energy on, and I think I'm just going to go with Professor Sycamore. I was going to end him, but I don't really see a point in using that escape rope anyways. Any point. And, oh, we don't get the switching card. That sucks. But we can play 2 Audinos down. Luckily, we got that Mega Audino. I don't think he plays Glaceon either. And I think I'm just going to Enhanced Hammer off that DCE and pass. I could Parallel City, but there's really no point. Silent Lab's already in play, causing him enough trouble. When he gets Garbodor in play, I think that's when we can play the Parallel City down. Unless I should play it now. Maybe I'll do it next turn. We'll see. We see Light Energy going down onto Lugia. Vespiquen for an N. That's fine. You know what? I didn't really like this hand too much. He has a second Lugia in the deck, which means my boy Zebstrika can take 2 prizes, which is perfect. So we are going to hit with an N. Hopefully we can find a way to switch out of this. Nice. We do. Sweet. So, it looks like his Lugia is going to go down, and look at that. So, oh, there's a second Blitzle just to make things better. We can play the Blitzle. We can play down the Audino Spirit Link. We can play a Float Stone. We can end him. All is good, and hopefully we can find something good. We get another Audino Spirit Link. There's a Parallel City. I think I'm going to play that down right now to get rid of maybe my Hoopa, because I don't really think I'm going to want that Hoopa in play anymore. So, we'll do this. We'll retreat, bring up my boy, and we'll play the Parallel City down, and yeah, I think I'm just going to lock him out where I get rid of my Hoopa. I don't really mind having the 3 bench spaces, and we can Crashing Bolt, knock out his Lugia EX. Now, Jolteon can't knock me out, and neither can his Lugia. Even if it got a DCE, yeah, he concedes the game. He's like, oh, I'm done. But yeah, this you can see the deck. Like, you see, yeah, the Zebstrika dealt with the thing. We get more tournament tickets. Really, it's double coins on the ladder and the wheel, and we keep getting double tickets, and we keep getting tickets, man. Really, like, what a good way to get double coins. Honestly, guys, I really wish there wasn't as much tickets on the ladder, on the wheel, sorry, when there's double coins going around right now. So far, of all the games I've gone today, I've only gotten tickets and 55 coins, which it's not really making good use. I'm going to hop over to the Pidgeot deck. We'll find one quick game of the Pidgeot deck, and then I think I'll end off the video. But you guys see why I like the Audino version more. I don't know, the Audino version is getting more luck or something. I don't even know anymore. But we're playing against the Grass, Psychic, and Colorless deck, which leads me to believe it might be like some kind of superior deck, maybe Sceptile Ariados. I don't know, we'll see. Puppy Roo, that's a crazy name. And we'll see the coin flip, and we win it, which is awesome. So we can win the coin flip. We can see what our start is going to be. Looks like we do get the Pidgeot start. Alright, so this hand is also kind of good. We got Hoopa, we got Ultra Ball, Escape Rope, we got Fire Energy we can play down. If we get the Pidgeot Spirit Link, it will be even better. So, let's see what my opponent is going to be running. I'm thinking it's Sceptile Ariados. Yeah, we see Spin Rack, which is basically confirms that it is going to be Sceptile Ariados. So, play Trainer's Mail. We don't find anything off of that important. And I think I'm just going to play down the Hoopa. And I'm going to grab a Pidgeot. I'm going to grab Salamance's Prized. Alright, we'll grab Shaman then. And I guess we'll grab a third Pidgeot. Wouldn't hurt. Alright, so we can do this. I don't know if I'm going to need the Zebstrika. So I don't think I'm going to grab Blitzle, but you know what, we can do this, we can do that. We can Ultra Ball away. Yeah, we need to get more cards. So we'll Ultra Ball away this. We'll get rid of the VS Seeker too, just in case, if you like Lion Sanders be next turn, who knows. And, oh, it looks like 2 Pidgeots are prized, which is actually kind of bad. So we can play down the Shaman, and we can set up 5. Hopefully we get something good off of this. Switch Trainer's Mail, okay. We can play the Trainer's Mail, and we got a Pidgeot Spirit Link. I kind of want to play Silent Lab, though. That might actually be better to grab, but then I won't be able to get the Pidgeot and play next turn. But we can do Feather Lance, which I guess wouldn't hurt. But he might have a counter stadium like Force Giant Plants in his hand. So, honestly, you know what? I'm feeling just going for the Mega Pidgeot. I don't know if that's the best route to take, but it is what it is. And we'll pass. I mean, I had the Feather Lance, which maybe I could have done, but maybe I should have grabbed the Silent Lab, but I feel like he might have just had a Force Giant Plants in his hand. He could have just played the Force Giant Plants and then discarded the Silent Lab. But Silent Lab would shut down all of his Shamans and Hoopas, but he just passes, so I guess Feather Lance for the knockout. No, he concedes. And we're going to get the tournament ticket. Not tournament ticket, sorry, the wheel. We got 55 coins. Finally, we got some more coins off the wheel. Make him take advantage of this double coin stuff. And, alright. So, you know what, guys? I don't even know how long this video's been going for, but it probably is a while, and, you know, I'm still pretty sick. My nose is pretty clogged up. I don't know if you can tell my voice sounds weirder. My nose, yes, my nose, I keep stuttering, I don't even know, but my nose is pretty clogged up, so you know what, my voice sounds weird. Not to mention, I really have to blow my nose. I don't want to keep talking and going on and on and on. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for PTCGO videos. And I will see you guys on another one. Don't forget to subscribe to help me on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And I'll see you guys on another PGO video. And leave a comment down below which of the two decks you think would be the best. The Audino version or the Pidgeot version. Again, me personally, I like the Audino version over the Pidgeot version. But you never know. You can go with either one. Tell me which one you guys think is the best version of the two decks. Try them out. Go for it. See you guys in the PGO video. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video where I guess I could do like 2 different decks that are kind of the same. Maybe I'll do that again in the future. We'll see. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I gotta stop talking. Oh, end of this video. Gotta blow my nose. Everything's good. See you guys later. Peace out.